Hello, so today we'll be going over the controls on a Hydropoool Signature Self Cleaning 679 Gold. So first step is to unlock your screen. You're just gonna double tap here and then slide this over here. We have two buttons. We have our pump and our lights. So pump, this is pump one. We're gonna go low speed. And if we press it one more, we go on high speed. And if we press the button again, it turns off, right? Then we have our light button. So when you press it once, the lights just automatically cycle through different colors. Now if I turn off the lights and turn them back on, it locks onto blue. If I repeat that, turn them off, turn them back on, now they're stuck on green. And then one more time, they're locked on red. And if I turn them off and turn them back on, we cycle right back to changing colors. So the other thing I want to show you on the screen here is your temperature. So to set the temperature, right now we're at 64. We're gonna go to, let's say 90. So now we're at 90 Fahrenheit. The temperature in blue is what we're aiming for. The temperature in white is our current temperature, all right? So you set the temperature up and down with these arrows. Now the screen, we have it facing this way, but let's say we're in the hot tub and we want to use it. We can press the invert button here, inverted, and now it's facing the user, right, inside the hot tub. And we can bring it back, just press the button again, normal, and now we're back. So we'll go over the controls in the, on the tub itself. So first we're going to turn on our pump to high speed by pressing it twice. And you'll see that this animation is turning faster now, right? So I'll redo it just so you can see the different steps. So this is off, this is low speed, and this is high speed. Now that it's on, here we have our waterfall dial. So you can see it has multiple drops of water. That controls our waterfall. So I can turn it, turn off the waterfall, put the waterfall at a low trickle, or put the waterfalls up to full power. It is normal that at certain settings, because there's water going through this diverter, that you'll hear some noise. So right now there's no noise, but here I can hear there's a bit of noise coming out of this. So you just have to move it to the right setting so it's not making noise. We're going to turn off our waterfalls. This here is one of the most important dials. It's called our massage selector or diverter. It has one big drop of water. This controls where the water goes in the hot tub, right? So right now we have this section on, this half of the tub is on. If I turn it over, this seat is on, that seat is on, and this seat. So it's these three seats or these three seats. So you can go back and forth between them. Now, if you want to have everything on, you can leave your diverter in the middle, and now the power is shared all over. It's just going to be a little bit weaker. So your diverter can also be, or your massage selector can also be your strength control for how strong of a massage you want. Now, if you take a look right here, right now the jets are on, right? And we can see that our jets are on, but there is no air. Air gives you a much better massage. So you can feel right now the jets are on, my hand's going over them. This dial here with circles to represent air bubbles, this is your air controller. So when I turn on the air, watch what happens to the jets. You get 30% stronger. It's a much better massage. Usually I recommend that if you're not in the hot tub, we turn off the air, because air can, if there's a foaming agent in the hot tub, air can create more foam. So usually when I leave the hot tub, I turn off the air, but if you leave it on, it's not a big deal. Now, every single jet can be controlled individually. So let's say I'm sitting in a seat and I want to use the two top jets, but I don't want the middle one. I can just grab the jet and turn it, and now it's off. And then turn it towards me, now it's on. So every jet goes on and off individually. Now I'm going to move all the power over to that seat. So there we are. This seat is special. So You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of jets in this seat. That's because there's 2 ways of sitting. You can sit here with your back against this cushion and your legs stretched out over there, right? Or you can sit right here with your legs down into the footwell. Now, if you're lounging right over here, you don't need this last row of jets. There's no use for it. I'm gonna turn on all the jets here. See, all of them are pretty much off. This little massage selector here, this mini one, beside the waterfall control, this one here controls whether I have these 3 on or these 3 on, depending on how I'm sitting. So if I'm sitting here, I want this row of jet on, I'd like this one on, and I could use this one, but I don't need the far one here. So I'm just gonna turn it on. You see now I have 1, 2, 3. This is off. If I bring it back the other way, now I have these 3 here, and this one is off. So essentially we're just cycling between these 3 or these 3, depending on how you want to sit. I'm gonna turn them on with air so you can see more clearly. Here we have 3. If I turn this over, now these 3 are on. This is off. If I leave it in the middle, everything is on. This just helps you choose which way you want to go. Now, another thing to keep in mind, these cushions have a slight adjustment. So, you can lift them up or push them down a little bit. So they're up, they're down. Hydropoool also recommends that, when you're not using the hot tub, it's recommended to take off these cushions. You just remove them. However, I would say it's not realistic for everyone to remove them every time they get out. But if you're leaving on a trip for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's not a bad idea to remove your cushions, your headrests, and put them aside just so that they don't get degraded by the bromine fumes. So you can remove this one just by pulling. Same idea here. Just pull away and it comes off. To put it back on, you see this blade? We're gonna line up one corner of the blade with one corner of the waterfall. So we're gonna come in here, see I'm pushing them in, and I'm gonna stick this right here. So we're gonna aim this in, see it's in, it's sliding in. Now once the waterfall is in, I just push the cushion back, and that's it, it's back on. Now the thing is your shoulder jets, we tend to leave them off because when they're on full power they splash a lot. But if you have shoulder pain and you want a proper shoulder massage, turn them on. And turn them off. Final thing, every jet can be removed and rearranged. So, the jets, they go on and off. So I'm just going to turn off the pump. You can hear it. So, the jets have a lock-in point, right? They're in a lock-in mode, on and off right now. So this is turning the jet massage on or off. But if I keep going past the on position, I can actually unscrew it. So you'll meet a little bit of resistance. You go past it, and now the jet comes off. So you can actually customize your massage. So if you like, for example, the Vortex jet, but you want it on your lower back, well, you can exchange it, right? Because take this out and you can exchange it, the shower head versus the Vortex. And I can move them around different spots as long as the jets are the same size. Every jet is removable except for the ones that are embedded in the acrylic on your lounger over there. So now I'm gonna put them back. I'll show you how I put them back. So we'll go in and we just turn and turn and turn until I feel a bit of resistance. See, there's a bit of resistance. I'm gonna go past it, and now the jet is locked in. Perfect. Now they're locked in, and that's the basic operations of your hot tub.